What we are seeing in front of you are soya beans, and further out there is maize. Yes, there is soya beans here, and adjacent are maize. Now, this is September. This is September of 2024. In this plot, in March, I planted beans. I planted beans and harvested the first round, the beans I harvested, and then I now experimented on which crop can do second round. Therefore, as an experiment, I did the soya, which you can see, the soya, plus the maize on experimental basis. This is Lutonyi Village, Kibinkei Ward, Kimilili Sub-County in Bungoma County. I am doing this so that our locals and my colleagues in the local area, in the local location, can come and observe and watch and learn. Yes, we can do training in training centers, but we can also have demonstrational farms. Now, this is therefore telling us that there are certain crops in this locality which can be, go round two or three times in a year. Definitely our maize in this location are not best suited to be planted twice in a year. You can see the maize are not doing very well. The soya are doing very well. You can see even beyond here, those all farm of soya. They are quite green out there, and they seem to be doing better than the maize. Under the same location, in the same location, same conditions, is rain fed. The same rain that the soya receive and the same rain that the maize receive. You can see the difference. And therefore, by actual experimentation, actual demonstration, I am now concluding that beans and soya can actually be planted and as a minimum twice in a year in this region. But maize will not do very well second season. So that's why many farmers here, whether they have gone to school or not, by observation and by experience, they grow maize only once in a year. But they lose the opportunity of growing beans and soya twice in a year using rain fed. If you did irrigation, then you can even go 3 times. And therefore, the crops that we can grow in this area that can maximize income, annual income, are therefore, by experiment, by this demonstration, will be therefore beans, will be therefore soya, but maize will not do very well, and therefore you cannot maximize the income, your annual income from maize, or rather the annual income from maize compared to beans and soya is different. Maize will be less, soya will be more. Let's move to another plot that has got even more soya. This is more soya here. You can see how the soya is doing. Yes, you can see this soya. And further afield, you will again, beyond those dried stalks of maize, those stalks of maize are the ones we planted first season. In front of the stalks, you'll see again green maize, which is also not doing very well. So we are now demonstrating that in this area, in this locality, if you went soya, if you went beans, you will succeed in doing it under rain fed twice a year, not maize. So we did this maize as an experiment because we are not losing it. We have cattle, we have dairy, and we have goats. So now we are going to make silage out of that maize. And we are told that that silage might even give us more than what the acre of maize would have, of grain, of mature maize would have given us. That will be now our next experiment. That having done this, having planted this maize, and seeing that they are not going to bring a lot of grain, we are now convert the same into silage, into feed, and calculate how much feed would have bought as we use the one from the farm. So we are now getting an alternative that you can grow the first crop of your maize in March and harvest the same in maybe July, and then plant the next season of maize, but that maize will not be as productive. Therefore, you convert that maize into silage, the green maize and all that, the maize stalks. And therefore, that is an alternative way of maximizing your income from your farm if you are doing maize. So that is like agripreneurship, that we always look for opportunities. How can you maximize your farm in this locality? We don't have, not many people have the ability to do irrigation, and therefore we are keeping on doing this and on other experimental crops, and we shall be bringing you more information that can help us improve our incomes from our farms. So watch this space. Today we have learned that beans and legumes and soyas, they can go at minimum 2 times in a year planted, and maize is best only one in this location. So let's watch for more.